Worried you might spend more on your cruise than you budgeted for? Afraid that you end up with a big bill at the end of your cruise that you didn't expect? Ahoy travelers, it's Amy here to help you make your travel experience a success by helping you avoid those traps. In this video, I'll break down 8 money-saving hacks. Hack number 1, book early for the best deals. Let's kick things off with a big one. Book your cruise early. The earlier, the better. Prices rarely get cheaper than when the itineraries first drop. Now, while waiting until the last minute might snag you a deal, they're not guaranteed and you will have very little choice on cabin types and locations. You can find booking deals during wave season. Now, this is usually January through March, and this is when many cruise lines offer good discounts. I think they're trying to bank on people are tired of it being winter and they're looking for that summer vacation. Once you have your cruise booked, you could set price alerts on your cruise. Most US-based cruise lines will honor any price drops prior to paying off your cruise. There are several sites that you can use to sign up for notifications on your cruise. Just Google Cruise Price Tracker. You will want to sign up as soon as you book your cruise. That way it shows the differences from the day you booked. Now, while these sites will send you any changes in the base price of your cruise, you're going to still need to keep track of how that affects how much you paid, as they don't take into account your costs, so any extras that you might have paid or any upgrades you might have added. It's just how much the base fare is fluctuating. I usually forget to do this, but I recommend writing down how much the base price of your cruise was on the day that you booked it. If you have that number, it will make it easier to then compare any price fluctuations. Now, hack number 2, choose the right cabin to save. Choosing the right cabin can save you hundreds. Interior cabins are way cheaper than balconies, sometimes half the price, and you're barely in your room anyway. If you are willing to gamble on cabin location and still want that balcony, consider booking a guaranteed balcony cabin where the cruise line picks the spot for you based on which cabins are still available closer to your cruise date. Now, if you're like me and you want to make sure you choose a cabin that isn't next to any noisy location, there are some things to consider if you want to save some money. Midship, lower deck cabins are usually cheaper. The higher decks usually cost more per day to book, so you're going to want to avoid those if you're trying to save money. Besides, those upper decks are just an elevator ride away. Hack number 3, skip pricey onboard extras. Onboard extras like spa treatments, casino games, or fancy photos can wreck your budget. Those $150 massages and $50 professional photos add up quickly. You don't need them to have a blast on your cruise. Say no to impulse buys in those ship shops. They are usually overpriced. Now, we do like to check out the $10 deals that are sometimes offered, but as much as I want that hoodie, I'm not paying $60 to $80 on a hoodie that just advertises a cruise line. I'll stick with the 2 for $20 t-shirts, thank you very much. If you're planning on making some ship purchases, set a small budget beforehand, like $100 for the entire cruise, and stick to it. It's so easy to walk into those shops and just swipe that ship card for purchases. It doesn't feel like real money, but you're going to feel the sticker shock at the end of your cruise when you see how much has been charged to your card on file. Now, hack number 4, choose the right drink package or none at all. So one of the most discussed topics in cruising is whether or not to purchase a drink package. It all boils down to whether it is worth it for you. So how many drinks will you consume in a day versus how much a drink package costs per day? With most alcoholic drink packages, you need to drink around 5 to 6 cocktails a day to break even. It's even more if you're drinking beer. Check out how much drinks cost on the cruise line you're sailing with in order to do that math. The same goes for any non-alcoholic drink packages. Now, we like to spring for the drink package for 2 reasons. 1, sipping on cocktails throughout the day is part of our cruise enjoyment. I love trying out new and different drinks. And 2, Buying the drink package and having that already paid for means not worrying about how much I'm paying for drinks throughout the cruise. Many lines offer package deals where drink packages are bundled in with other upgrades like Wi-Fi, specialty dining, and even your gratuities. Now, if you're not a drinker or you want to save even more money, stick to the free drinks provided by the cruise line. Water, tea, coffee, and even lemonade can usually be found for free. Hack number 5, eat free, skip the specialty dining. Now, food's a huge part of cruising, and most of it is free. Well, included in your fare anyway. The main dining room and buffet have tons of options: steak, seafood, desserts, without any extra cost. While some lines have a few cheaper options, especially restaurants like steakhouses and fine Italian dining often run $50 to $100 a pop, sometimes even more. I've never had an issue with the main dining room, as there's always several options to choose from, and the menus rotate daily. If there is ever a night when you just don't like what is being offered, there's always the buffet or pizza. Hack number 6, find free onboard activities. You don't need to spend a dime to have fun on board. Cruise ships are packed with free activities, trivia, karaoke, dance classes, and plenty of live music. There's no need for pricey bingo or art auctions. Check the daily planner or app for free events like deck parties or movie nights. If you're an extrovert, join group activities like games and scavenger hunts. They're fun and social. For us introverts, you can always relax by the pool or in a quiet lounge with a book. Zero cost. Hack number 7, book excursions the smart way. So shore excursions through the cruise line are convenient but pricey, often $100 or more per person. You can usually get the same experience or better for less by booking independently. I rarely book shore excursions through the cruise line. The one exception is for excursions that last most of the time the ship is going to be docked. That way, if something happens to prevent you from getting back to the ship on time, the ship will wait for you. Now, there are some great websites out there that work with local tour operators. Many even have guarantees to get you to your ship on time. I like booking with Shore Excursioneer and shoreexcursionsgroup.com. I've even booked with TripAdvisor before. Another option to save money is to look for inexpensive options like walking tours, or even free options like heading to a free beach or organizing your own walking tour. There are apps that you can use or create your own with some research into local hotspots. If you're willing to gamble on an excursion, there are almost always tour operators waiting near the pier to whisk cruisers off on all kinds of adventures. On our last cruise, we had a tour booked and discovered that our driver gave discounted deals to a few couples who didn't pre-book the excursion just so he could fill up that open air bus that we were on. I was pretty chuffed at the time to discover that they paid half what we had paid for the same experience. However, if you know you want a specific tour or excursion, it's best to book it ahead of time. Finally, hack number 8, avoid surprise cell phone charges. Staying connected can cost a lot while cruising. Ship Wi-Fi packages run $50 to $30 a day. You can stay offline and still have a great trip. In fact, being out at sea can be a great excuse to shut yourself off from the trappings of being online and available at every minute of the day. However, if you want or need to stay connected on board, there are several options. First, there is purchasing a Wi-Fi package from the cruise line. These vary in price from line to line. Often, there are various package levels that offer different coverage options as well. You're going to want to get those purchased before the ship sails to save you some money. Another option is to check with your phone carrier to see how much a cruise package would cost. For example, AT&T offers a cruise package for $20 a day that also works while on land. I think this is a newer thing, and I'm definitely going to be looking into it for my next cruise, as I'm already signed up for the international coverage for when I'm on land. And it's likely a cruise package will be cheaper than purchasing a Wi-Fi package, especially when taking into the account that I am paying to stay connected while at port already. Now, to keep from incurring unexpected charges, put your phone on airplane mode once you board the cruise ship. Forgetting to do so can be a very expensive mistake. When on land, keep it on airplane mode unless you have an international plan. There's often free Wi-Fi at cafes and other tourist locations that you can use to check in while at port. Now, while many of these options, especially when used in conjunction, will save you money, you have to weigh preferences against your budget. What is a deal breaker for you? Are there areas you're willing to compromise on so you can splurge on others? Now, we usually book interior cabins, but then we take that savings and put it towards a drink package. It's all in what you want. So, what are your must haves that you're willing to spend a little extra for? What are you willing to do without? Let me know. And for those of you who have cruised before, what is your favorite hack for saving money while cruising? Well, are you ready for more information on cruising? Why don't you stick around and check out this video and then come back for more information designed to help you have an amazing cruise. Have a blessed week, everyone.